Hello, ladies and gentlemen. At shaman-ra on Steemit, also known as Dreamtree when not on Steemit. Or is it that way? Hey, how's it going tonight, guys and gals and people of the world? I'm I'm surviving still. Um, I have to talk to you a little bit about this harassment I encountered the other morning. There's some restrooms in town, public restrooms. I mean, for all intents and purposes, they are presented to you as public restrooms. Single stall, lockable doors, and there's several of them. So if one's taken, a newcomer, if they can't get into a restroom, can always use the one upstairs. All right. And I went in there one morning, to take a shit and wash my face and change my underwear. And that's something that takes like 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes. And I'd only been in there for about 10 minutes, and there's a knock at the door. And of course, it was whoever owns the building. And he was infuriated. It's like, who's in there? Are you a customer? Are you an employee or what? I'm like, well, I've been a customer before. And he's like, I think you're that guy who's been sleeping in the restroom. It's like, I haven't slept in here, dude. I just stopped in here to take a shit and wash my face and change my underwear. He asked me how much longer it's going to be. I'm like, yeah, well, maybe 5 or 10 minutes. And then I didn't hear from him. I got done doing what I was doing, and I went to leave, and I couldn't identify who the person was. There was actually a few people out there, but they were all on their cell phones, minding their own business. So I carried on. I started walking up the street, and I only made it like maybe 2 or 3 blocks, and a couple of police vehicles come pulling by me, and they're like, "Hey, come over here. We need to talk to you for a minute." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And of course, they were the guy called the cops on me. Basically, he assumed that I had slept in there, so he called the cops. I was harassed. I nearly had a PTSD episode. I got really shaky. I even filmed the cops, so I'm not going to share that because everything worked out in the end, minus the trespass warning I received. Um, well, basically, I told the cops, what I did, why I did it, you know, because there aren't other restrooms that are close. I could go to other restrooms if I wanted, but it'd be so much further to walk. Can you imagine holding your shit in your body for another 2 miles? Because the next public restroom from that point, it doesn't require you to be a paying customer, is probably another 2 miles away, and it's uphill. You're walking uphill to get here, people. And yeah, I just bring this up because this is the entitled, I'm a white-haired Republican, I have money mentality that's way too prominent in this nation. People, it's like, even if I was sleeping in there, why couldn't the guy be like, oh, hey, well, I guess you're homeless and I empathize with you. I can't imagine sleeping outside in the cold, in the snow, in the rain, or the wind. And I'm so happy you picked my restroom to sleep instead of someone else's restroom. Why can't people take it that way instead of, oh my God, you used my toilet? Well, fuck you, man. I'm gonna do everything I can to ruin your life. I mean, that's what this country's become. It's ignorant. It's just people being ignorant. Again, this is why I think it should be something of a rite of passage in any capitalist society. Once you graduate high school or college or whatever it is, because that's not a rite of passage, but when you do, you should be forced to live the first year or two of your life being homeless. Here's nothing, asshole. Go see if you can survive off of nothing, off of your own wit, off of your own free will, off of your own productivity, and see if you can make it. And if you can make it, then maybe people who want to hire people can be like, oh, hey, I'm willing to hire this guy because he managed to make it all on his own. But it's not that way. This country's a joke. The longer I live in this country, the more I realize it's a joke, and I'd be better off getting out of here. But that would cost me a whole bunch of money. And then I'd have to learn a language, and then go to another country that probably has the exact same freaking problems anyway. So what good is it? But yeah, that's the one thing about this country I dislike on every level is you It's almost impossible to not go along with your life, pursuing life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness, without being harassed by some quote unquote authority who isn't any kind of an authority figure. They're a fraud, they're a scam. They work for the banks, they work for the corporations. So, yeah, we're losing our freedoms, people. But, yeah, I mean, that's all I really wanted to say. I don't even know if I'm going to share this video or not. But I hope everyone has a good night, and I'm going to try to. Peace, people.